All right, manager of the season, Europe top 5 league, and a slot. I think that's the only person that stands out in the Premier League right now.
Yeah.
Even though, of course, I know he won't win it, but it's one that stands out in this thing. Luis Enrique from that league there. As a flick, who I think is the top favorite.
Yeah.
Zaggy.
How did I forget that?
Zaggy,
Yeah.
which I also think will go head to head with
As a
flick
flick.
if he wins the Ballon d'Or, if he wins the Champions League.
I'm thinking the way.
Yeah. So, and then we have who else again?
Eddie Howe that won a title for Newcastle after 70 years.
Nobody will give him the manager.
Nobody.
Yeah, but then I'm already in the Premier League though, but not.
Nobody will give him. So I think these are 4 managers that will come into, and then the top 3. Let me narrow it down to the top 3 now. Take an slot out of that picture. So we have Inzaghi, Hansi Flick, and Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
These are the 3 coaches. Or do you have any other addition? I think these are the 3 coaches that would go head to head for the manager of the season.
It's going to be very easy.
See, I'll be very partial here.
The thing is, funny enough, none of the 3 are my personal coach of the season.
None of the 3. So who are you putting up there?
Nottingham Forest manager.
He won't get it.
He won't get it.
You won't understand.
He's ending badly. He's ending badly.
See, even if he ends in the top 3,
even if he ends as, let's say Nottingham Forest finishes 6th in the league.
This is not the why we are making it look like this is the first time a manager has done so well. Nobody expects Leicester City to win the league. Even win the coach of the season.
No. He didn't.
See, I'm telling you, this is we've been watching football for how many years now? He will not. He will not cross 10.
He won't.
This is I'm telling you.
At the end of the game, the owner of Nottingham Forest.
That is very embarrassing.
Yeah. We know how football works right now. If what's it called? Nottingham Forest finish 2nd, nobody will put him in the top 3. Europe top 5. Nobody will put him there. So we just play with that. He's done exceptionally well, just as Newcastle did well at one point, just as Leicester did well at some point. So Leicester
was even better than all.
You know, many other clubs. Sometimes the point everything was like coming back to the so this is Brighton too. You see, with all of this, so what he's doing there is fantastic, but it's not as special as. So we're talking about people who have substance, and people who have the PR, and people who know that will be there finally. Even Inzaghi now does not have PR. You see how it is now. We all know that award they've written as a flick's name. This is not me. I'm not. We all know that it is as a flick. They've written his name there.
And he's out of Champions League already.
We all know because the record they created.
Luis Enrique has a very big shot too. If he wins the Champions League, I mean, it's
PR. Let them be loud on their PR.
Of course.
Let's see. This thing is simple. Let them be loud on it. See, these things are PR. Baka knows PR. Baka Madrid, they know PR. They know PR very well. That's why you always see
their coaches
in the picture. So let's talk about it. Me, of course, you know I've given my favorite. As if Flick will win it. So give your favorites quickly.
Honestly, a quick one. Quite unfortunate that Hansi Flick is not in the Champions League finals. We will see Inzaghi and Luis Enrique. Come to think of it, both coaches, they've done well. The kind of teams they are and they are managing are good. But on that of Hansi Flick, same quite number of players he took off from Xavi.
Yeah.
He only added
just
one.
Omo.
Just Omo and
Omo has been going to the hospital anyhow.
Perfect. How many matches did he play? Omo and Szczesny.
Even if it's 2 players, it doesn't change much. What
just these 2 players, and the most consistent of all is just that Szczesny due to injuries to their goalkeeper. and you see him giving confidence to the boys, making sure that they get to their best, and they responded. I wouldn't say the Barcelona is not a good team at this point in time in their league. They've won Real Madrid how many times? So bring on Real Madrid next season. I will still tell you.
Home, away from home.
So I
close to home.
honestly, my vote goes to Hansi Flick.
All right, Becca.
Well, I also go for Hansi Flick. Be that aside Lewandowski, not true training the coach. That is, you know what it means
That man credit.
to hold
Kids.
together,
I'm telling you,
young adults.
playing with your
And
mind.
change their style of play.
They play
That's
so
the
much
man.
so
That's the
that-
one.
That even the
They don't
good
need to
level-
go off. I like this is
The same number of players that
He
we
can
have.
come and play the normal tiki-taka Barcelona play, but he came and changed
Change the
the pattern. And these guys picked up.
to show you that man is like he has turned these players to
Mentality.
Imagine a certain 17-year-old Jamil Lama telling you that if Real Madrid is also that's still going to win. That is tell you how
I mean, it goes down.
like
And then go-
This is not the first time it's happening to this
he has
Barcelona.
changed the psychology and mentality of this team. They don't give
It's not
up.
just
So what they
not
they're
just
going
not
to
just their playing pattern, the way they think, the way they give, and they don't give up.
The tempo at which they start.
Five
The
times.
tempo at which they start.
More than How
They-
can you be 2 goals in the Champions League against an Inter Milan team and come back and you were close to just 180 seconds to winning that match?
So
And that one
that's the
happened.
first time, even in their league.
They are kings of comeback.
Champions League.
Kings of comeback.
Yes, followed by Man U. Man U, now only that one is right.
Don't spoil it.
What happened there yesterday? Man U said they
Wait, where they come back from? When they come back from away match.
talk all the sweet.
When they come back from away match.
They only come back when you go do this season. Now you from the bar when they go play balance, come back Manchester.
Of course.
We will be coming back. I will come back. I will come back.
All I'm saying is that they only come
Why you?
back when
Oh
they
yeah.
come
So
back
back
from the
to
bar, but spend to England. That's the only come back when they do.
back to Hansi Flick. So that guy is a sensational coach. I'm a teacher. I've taught primary school students. I've taught secondary school students. Those are teenagers, right? You go get headache. At some point, I started crying.
I thought now.
I told them, what you
The worst set to teach is just 3 students.
And those ones in SS1, those are that thing.
Those two classes.
They're now
Those
in
2
SS.
classes.
And the same age range, Joe. Not the same age range.
Of course.
Yamal turned 16 in Bakanawabi. So imagine coaching that age range.
Let's play it from the age of 15.
You see, so coaching youngsters.
It's not easy.
It's
You have
not
to
easy.
deal with temperament. You have to deal with youthful
puberty,
exuberance.
everything, relationship issues, and all that.
You
So
can-
that guy is sensational, right? I'll give it to him. And then what these boys are doing, hey, those guys,
Alright,
forget,
alright.
they're good. But then again, it's like they make noise. It's like it's just like the way
One day,
nobody pay attention to
When they
Inter.
come and analyze his pattern of
Nobody
play.
paid attention to Inter in Champions League. The highlight was
That's the hype.
Madrid and Arsenal.
That's the PR we are talking about.
That's the hard
That's the
part.
One day my program, my colleague was like, nobody's paying attention to Inter. I'm seeing Inter making it to the final. I said, who is Inter? Are they there? And most people didn't even know that Inter was in the race. In fact, they make noise. They small. That's him. I think he's going to win.
If he wins the Champions League, I think he will.
You have a greater hand
is
than
something.
Hansi Flick. But as it is right now, Hansi Flick is like what favorite to win very soon.
Inzaghi Inzaghi is dealing with very matured players that are at their peak. So I think that's why you give. That's why I'm still putting as a Flick there. These are players at their peak. He's dealing with Inter Milan players that are at their peak. Players who have understand what the
matured minds.
all the experience that you can get anywhere is there. They are there. Emirates, speaking.
Well, for me, I think I'm going to give it to Luis Enrique. Considering where PSG was,
Where then they?
this team has Neymar, Messi, Mbappe, and they are struggling in just under a year and 6 months.
They got to the final at one point. So it's not the first. This is not the first
Champions
time.
League.
I'm not saying about Mbappe. I'm talking about the PSG team has gone to Champions League. So what has
They
it?
don't get their league. They don't get
What has it done? I'm saying they've got to the Champions League. So what is so special about what this man has done?
This season, this is his second season. I think it's second season with PSG. This team is playing. You see the cohesiveness in their before PSG plays
Individual
individual
football.
football, but now he's been able to bring this team together, keep the ball on the ground, and play a counter-attacking football, which we all appreciate. So for me, Luis Enrique remains my favorite to win the coach of the season. If he wins the Champions League, for Simone Inzaghi, at one point they were part looks as if they're going to win the Serie A, and then all of a sudden they lost. They couldn't win up 3 games in a row in Serie A, and Napoli got up with them. And currently, Napoli is currently 1 point above them in the race for the Serie A, and they are out of the Coppa Italia. So their only possible chance of a trophy this season remains
Champions League.
the Champions
You
League.
can't say that if they are 1 point ahead, anything can still happen. I mean, Napoli drew on Genoa yesterday 2-2.
That was
So it's just a point.
that's what I'm saying.
Anything can happen.
But
They
which
still have a
one
chance.
is more realistic?
Both are realistic. If you ask me.
I think the Champions League is more realistic for Inter Milan as compared.
Inter Milan will draw. Inter Milan, I still feel like
They're still going to draw
Yes,
points
I'm still
because
like-
they still have the
The
Champions
league,
League.
before the match against Barca, I said they drew about how many games
Same match-
Of course now.
lost.
about 3 matches without even scoring.
Mhm.
So
And they still have that, and they still have the Champions League final to play. So they're still going to drop more points. Probably next week they might drop points next week because as days go by, the Champions League finals
just closer.
Closer.
So they have an eye on that.
Now you
Right.
see why I give it to Barca. Barca was delivering in the league and in Champions League. Whether they play Champions League, you don't even concern, they don't affect them. They're gonna beat you with goals.
as
Whether
it
they
flick
go
is
Champions League,
too
they will
much.
drop goals.
Alright, so okay, yours is Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
Yours is Hansi Flick.
Hansi Flick.
Alright, so comment section.
And exactly.
Let us know your own.